Seattle, with a big gay population, has protesters in the street demonstrating for the homosexual intifada, that if they demonstrated like that in Gaza, they would be put to death. Or Saudi Arabia or Iran or any of those countries where homosexuality is a death penalty crime. But in Seattle, go intifada, especially gay intifada. I got a good one for you from Seattle. There's a radio host there. I've read this guy's work for a long time. I really like what he has to say. He's on Fox quite a bit as well. His name is Jason Rantz. This is a picture of him. He's a conservative in Seattle, which is like being black at a Ku Klux Klan rally. You know what I mean? I mean, you really stand out, and they hate you because you are not woke. Now, some interesting side notes. Jason Rantz has been writing about the fact that there's this huge LGBTQ pro-Palestinian series of demonstrations calling for a homosexual intifada.
What?
Now, homosexual intifada. And
what?
Jason, in his column, noticed that the idea is a stark oxymoron. You've got two words that cancel each other out, right? If you're in favor of homosexuality and you get around Muslims, they will kill you if they can. In fact, in Iran, they hang you in the public square from a crane. They put these big cranes up, and they'll hang 5 or 6 gay men at once, and they'll leave the bodies up for days so that the rest of the population knows this is what happens. You get the death penalty if you're gay. But to these guys, I guess, in Seattle, they want an intifada, so there is an Islamic revolution, so Islam can be free to practice their religion, which includes killing gay men. Have you got that? They've been putting up posters all over the city supporting Palestinians and Hamas. And as Mr. Rantz says in his column, the very people they're supporting hate gay people about as much as they hate Jews. They're both on the enemies list, right? They've got flyers everywhere. And yet, nobody has figured out the fact that if they got what they want, they would all be dead. And you want to hear the real irony? Jason Rantz is Jewish and gay, and he's a conservative, and he's trying to tell the other gays, hey, stop, they will kill you. and nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. And I've told you this before. I've been to the Gaza Strip. I've seen the building they throw the gays off of so that the other gays don't catch it.
So they don't catch it.
Think, because Muhammad said, you should be killed for that. So they're still killing gays when they can find them. There are no gays in Gaza. In fact, in Iran and Iraq, they've come out and said there's no gays in our entire country because it's illegal, because it's against Muhammad. But if we find any, we'll kill them.
I've seen some of those images where they're running around screaming "Free, free Palestine" and saying they're basically pro Hamas, and they're flying the sodomy flag. I've seen that multiple times. And I want to ask them a question. You do realize what would happen if you go over there and do that? And I sometimes ask them, why don't y'all go protest in a Muslim country? Doing the exact same thing.
Any of them.
That's what I'm saying. Go to a Muslim country. Go to a Muslim country and do the same protest. Not a single one of them would do that.
They will literally kill you in Saudi Arabia. They will kill you in Qatar. They will kill you in Kuwait. And obviously, in Iraq, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, and so on. It's against the law, and it's a felony. And it carries the death penalty.
Yeah, and isn't it something that you hear the radical left say nothing about it? You see, you hear that they say nothing about it. So it's deafening. But here in the United States of America, they put this whole ideal out there that is really bad for them in America. It's just the opposite. They get to go out and have the parades and do all the stuff that they want, all the perversions, show it all out there. Here in America, nothing happened to them because they're a protected class, for one, and they celebrate and they promote what's happening against Jewish people in Israel, and they're happy about that, and they want to defend and protect these Palestinian Hamas terrorists. But America bad.
Well,
America bad.
The poster they're putting up all over Seattle is two men kissing, covered in the keffiyehs that the Palestinians wear, and the message in the big bold letters is homosexual intifada.
Wow. And thank you for not sharing that one with us, Barry.
Yeah. I saw it. I figured I'd keep it a little.
I greatly appreciate that. I think your verbal visual was enough.
I'm just letting you know what's going on in Seattle, just in case you were curious.